Welcome viewers to MyStartup TV. I'm your host Major Sunil Shetty. NASSCOM is hosting the 8th Annual Technology Conference from 22nd to 24th of September. This year it's all about going digital, the new normal. At the event you can join experts from AI ML, blockchain, IoT, 5G, cloud DevOps at various workshops. Joining us today is Mr. Vinod Sood, co-founder and director at Hughes Systique Corporation. It's a company that is into digital solutions and service. It also works in areas like networking, media streaming, retail, automotive, IoT, blockchain, and security, pretty much covering the complete bandwidth of technology. Welcome to the show, Mr. Sood.
Thank you very much, and I'm very happy to be on this show today.
Thank you. So let's start by understanding. I know, going through your profile, company profile, we realize you're pretty much providing, the complete, a complete banquet of services in technology.
Right.
Can you talk about, what is the company does in terms of for each of the sectors?
Right. So very briefly, Hughes Systique is a global digital solutions and services provider specializing in communication, multimedia, retail, and consumer devices. What we do is that we help our customers in realization of their digital journey by leveraging our robust solutions portfolio and a pool of highly skilled engineers who have vast experience in digital technologies, be it artificial intelligence or machine learning, cloud, NFV, SDN, 5G, blockchain, etc. So this is what, in brief, our portfolio of services and solutions is.
And you say that it's a global company.
Yes.
So as a geography, or regionally, what are the areas you're serving at this point in time?
So as you said, we are a global company. Our major markets are now North America, Europe, and now Asia Pacific also. But still, our major revenues come from North America and Europe.
Of late, we have seen in India, media is also kind of the technology within
absolutely. Now, if you see, as technology is becoming a core part of any business, rather than technology being a support function, pretty much every business is embracing technology. And you would have heard about this term called digital transformation or digital disruption, right? So what digital disruption or digital transformation is doing is making technology core part of a business or an industry. And with that, what is happening is a lot of startups in India, right? They are disrupting businesses. They are coming up with new business models by adopting and making technology as a core part of their operations. And that is where we are finding now a huge demand for our services and solutions in India also. So a number of new age startups, technology startups in India also have become our customers, and that also is looking like an exciting and a captive market for us.
So technology, as they say, it's these days is kind of, changing every few, quarter or even every year. How do you, as a company, how do you keep pace with it? What do you do?
So we started as a communication company, way back in 2006 when Hughes Systique was formed. We were primarily a communication company, But being a communication company, we have been working on most of the digital technologies, which are now categorized, most of the technologies, I would say, which are now categorized as digital technologies, like big data analytics, 4G, 5G, cloud, IoT, etc. So it was that way relatively easy for us to build core expertise in these technologies and offer the same to our customers. And now, to keep pace with the ever changing and the evolving nature of these technologies, what we did was we formed what we call as centers of excellence, COEs, in a number of different areas. And these COEs do core R&D and they build POCs in these emerging technologies, which we can take to our customers to one, showcase our expertise in these technologies, and also demonstrate to them how some of these technologies using the POCs which we have developed can accelerate their business, okay, or can help our customers take their products and solutions to the market much faster, okay. And these platforms or these POCs which we have built, okay, can be very easily or quickly converted into complete solutions, which can then be directly taken into production. So these are some of the ways by which we have transformed ourselves from a communication company when we started to embrace these technologies and help our customers also in their digitization initiatives, as well as helping them take their products to the market much faster.
You started in 2006 and today in 2021. What kind of
Yes.
mindset change do you see, especially when it comes to MSME in India, when it comes to adapting the digital transformation?
Okay. So a couple of things. One, as I just mentioned, to really derive the value from this disruption, or value from the technologies which are available, right? Uh, what companies have to do is they have to embrace these technologies and make these core part of their business operations, okay. And what this needs is, this needs a culture of innovation and experimentation, willingness to take risks and fail without any repercussion. And I think this is where startups with their agile teams, flatter structures, and ability to execute faster than the incumbents are really making a big difference. And I think that is where in the last 5 or 6 years we have we have seen a major change in terms of mindset, in terms of companies, and especially startups willing to adopt these technologies and embrace these technologies. And the some of the SMEs, okay, who were, I would say, sitting on the fences, okay, uh, what COVID has done is, COVID has accelerated adoption of these technologies, because what enterprises and especially SMEs have seen is that companies or enterprises which had adopted technologies or which had embraced some of these digital technologies were able to much smoothly, or were able to handle the disruption caused by COVID, okay. So in fact, COVID has accelerated adoption of these technologies, and a lot of small enterprises who were sitting on the sidelines, okay, and were not very sure in terms of whether they should invest in adopting these technologies, I think have enabled them to take this step.
Oh, hearing you, speak about the mindset and the way the work culture, innovation, taking risk, all that sounds like an incubation center or a thought leader pushing for, startups. Is that the way or the work culture you have, kind of introduced in Hughes?
Uh, Pretty much, yeah. Even though we are part of the Hughes group, we are backed by Hughes, which is a multinational corporation. But when we started Hughes Systique in 2006, we in fact started off like a startup, working out of one floor. Okay, and what Hughes had made very clear to us when we were starting off was that we are infusing the initial equity. Okay, but beyond that, you need to be self-sufficient. You need to be on your own feet. So, in terms of all our systems, policies, the way we work, pretty much we did everything as if we were a startup.
As a company, in what capacity or a role you are participating at the
Okay.
NASCOM annual technology
Okay.
conference?
So, in fact, interestingly, we have been involved with NATC right from conceptualization. In fact, if I remember, it was eight years back or around that time frame when we, as a small group, some of us who came from industry, along with NASCOM, what we realized was that we being representative of a technology industry, because that's what NASCOM is, right? It represents tech industry. That NASCOM should have a conference, an annual event, which is a pure tech event. Okay, NASCOM used to have events which used to touch upon various aspects, but about 7 8 years back, and that is when NATC was conceptualized, there was no pure tech event. So that is where our involvement as HSC came in, that we pretty much helped in conceptualizing the event. Now, talking about NATC 2021, we are contributing or we are involved in various capacities. Our Amit Gupta, who is part of the core team, is very closely working with the rest of the core committee members in terms of putting together the entire structure, the agenda, identifying the speakers. Okay, what kind of topics should be covered. Then we also have some of our tech experts participating as panel members, as speakers to share their knowledge and experience. And last but not the least, we are also sponsoring the NATC in terms of whatever monetary support we can provide for this conference.
So, what are your expectations as a company from this event?
So I think if I don't want to sound very, or it should not be taken as a cliche. I don't think we are expecting from NATC anything as a company, but I think what we look up to is, or look forward is, that NATC provides a platform for the practitioners, for the technologists, where they can come together. And also, I think it should result in showcasing India not just as a place where the industry or the global industry can come in to India for cost arbitrage, but look at India as a hub of innovation, or as a place where they can find a lot of experts in these digital technologies and use India as a technology base to build their products and solutions for the global market. And you can imagine the energy, okay, with so many technical experts under one roof, sharing their learnings, their experiences, and putting together the vision for the future. So that is what I think my expectation from NATC is. So nothing particular in terms of what HSC as a company is expecting from NATC, but I think expectation more in terms of the broader ecosystem.
And what it means to be part of such an annual event for a company.
I think we are very happy, and I would say we are very honored and privileged that we are part of NATC, not just NATC 2021, but we feel very proud that we have been part of conceptualizing and putting together the framework for an annual technology conference, which now has become part of the annual calendar of NASCOM. So that way, I feel very happy. I feel very satisfied that we have played maybe a very small role, but something by which NATC now has become part of the yearly calendar and has become a event which happens every year, and a lot of technologists and practitioners look forward to this event on a yearly basis.
And finally, MyStartup TV is a channel for startups and MSMEs. We showcase their stories. We carry their stories.
Right.
We carry their journey. What are your thoughts about our channel?
I think it's a great property and a great channel to showcase what the startups are doing, and also I think a platform where you can bring in startups, okay, who are doing some phenomenal work now, to exchange their learnings and experiences, okay, so that the entire ecosystem can benefit. So I think it's a great channel, and in fact, I other than my corporate role, I am a advisor and a mentor to a number of startups. So very active in the startup community. Within NASCOM, we have another forum called the Deep Tech Club. Okay, and I'll be very happy to some other time come to your channel and talk about what we are doing. Specifically for the startups, to encourage them, to promote them, and to help them.
Thank you, Mr. Sood. Thank you for joining us, and we look forward to hosting you on some of our panel talks in future. Thank you.
Thank you very much, and it was nice talking to you.